And just like that, we're back again with yet again another update on Solana. You know, my Solana family, love you guys. Just want to start off by saying that you guys are amazing. And I know, like, let's just start off. And I know I say this in a lot of my updates, but right now, the amount of interest that we're seeing in a lot of, including, believe it or not, Solana, you know, in terms of interest from viewers, it's quite low, you know, compared to what we have seen in the past. And that should just give us a better understanding, you know, where we are really in this market. So today has been, you know, quite a, you know, bearish day in a grand scheme of things. You know, the month actually did still start off on a positive note. We're still seeing quite a bit of green across the board, which again is something I don't want you guys to really neglect, nor should we overlook this. But like I said, the broader market has actually gone down over the course of the last 24 hours. But Solana is making moves. Solana has been making moves for quite some time. And you guys know I love Solana. That's my own personal opinion, because again, I was one of the very, very few people talking positive about Sol when it was literally dirt cheap. And a lot of people, you know, rode the wave with us, and I've received such great comments coming in, you know, when Solana was around its peak. So a lot of people did quite well for themselves. And, you know, of course, Solana has a beautiful place in my heart. And still, as I've stated before, no matter which coin I cover on my channel, every single time I say, this bull run belongs to Solana. The on-chain numbers, the narrative itself, the interest from institutions, everything speaks for itself. So it's insane. And let's talk about the price though. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more updates. I would love to see your support on that. But if you're looking at Solana, $159.57, down about 3.9% in USD, down about 2% in Bitcoin. Comparative valuation sitting at about $83.9 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $5.4 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, next generation of crypto ETFs edge closer to reality after SEC's scrutiny. So, U.S. regulators have asked Wall Street firms racing to launch Solana exchange-traded funds to revise their paperwork, a sign that novel crypto investment products may be available to investors soon. At least 3 asset managers have asked to amend their U.S. Security Exchange Commission filings to address 2 key features of the fund that tracks the world's 6th largest cryptocurrency. At issue are how funds will handle crypto redemptions, and whether they plan to allow investors to earn rewards by pledging Solana tokens to help validate blockchain transaction processes known as staking. As we know, Solana is a proof of stake consensus. So very, very interesting, pretty much hinting that, you know, we could actually see a Sol ETF before even the likes of XRP. Still, even though a lot of analysts are projecting this, I just don't see how Sol ETF gets approved before the likes of Fidelity or even BlackRock coming on. But I would love it. Honestly, I would love it. You know, I'm all for it because this brings in major amounts of institutional money. And I think this puts Solana on the map. You know, Wall Street, Sol being traded on Wall Street, just game changer in my opinion. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I still think, of course, you know, without a doubt, I think Solana ETF is going to get approved sooner rather than later. But June, I think, might be a little bit of a push. But if June does, let's say, you know, we do see a rate cut and, you know, this does get approved, let the fireworks begin. It's simple as that. Look at this. Over $85 million worth of assets have been bridged from other chains to Solana in the last 7 days. This includes over $50 million to bridged from Ethereum to Solana. Goodbye, Ethereum. Sol has been outpacing ETH when it comes to inflows, and other chains, people are migrating to Sol. Speaks for itself. We've been covering this for quite some time, so not a surprise for any one of us. If you're looking at the dominance here, you know, dominance has been ranging at 64.12% right now over the course of the last, I would say, few hours. It has picked up because at the beginning of the day, Tuesday, you know, we actually were sitting at about 63.78%. Since then, you know, dominance has gone up. You can see this for yourself, which of course has impacted the broader market because Bitcoin actually did fall below $108,000. And right now, you know, pretty much it opens the door for us to get back down to the likes of 106,000. It's simple as that. If we're not at 109,000, it's pretty much, you know, we could realistically go down to 106,000 right now. And that is something I want you guys to keep in mind. If you want to put this into perspective, that itself is a move of about 1.26%. And I would expect dominance to go up, which could shake out the broader altcoin market, including Solana. But Solana is ranging within the 0.50 fib zone, which again is amazing to see. Just a continuous reminder to everyone, Just from April 7th low at $100 per SOL, we did see Solana go up pretty much almost double back in May. We know what happened in May. Dominance fell down to the likes of 62%, and then the rest is history. But since then, we are still in this upward trajectory, as you can see for yourself. Solana is still in this upwards trend, believe it or not. And I'm very, very impressed. But look where we got stopped at. I want to really show you guys this. I was waiting for Solana to retest this before I made an update. You could see $166 key resistance, rejected, back down, as to be expected. Here we have it. And again, if you follow my channel from day one, you guys know that this is such an important level that we've talked about for quite some time. That exact same level did come as a rejection, and now we're currently sitting at $160, but holding really, really nicely. I think the next leg up takes us to February levels. I think we get back into the 38 point to start creeping up to the resistance at 216, and then pretty much after that, the rest is history. What's really, really impressive, what a lot of people are not thinking about, is Solana is already in 0.50 fib zone, retesting 166 while the dominance is this high. What happens if the dominance pulls down below 61% or even 60%? What happens then? What happens then? I'm expecting fireworks, even all-time highs. That's how good SOL is holding, and it speaks for itself. The narrative, the amount of institutional interest coming in, the amount of retail interest, and this is one of the few coins that still has retail interest, while broader market is still kind of wishy-washy. Like, it's not having a lot of interest coming in, but SOL actually has a lot of interest right now from retail, and that's something I don't want you guys to be forgetting as well. But let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support, my Solana community. Smash that like button, hit that red subscribe button. We're gonna pump out Solana updates every single day from now on till the end of this year, and I'll need each and every one of you guys on board. Literally each and every one of you guys need to be on board. Smash that like button if you have not done so already. We're back. Love you all. See you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.